DC. Here we go, fellas. Here we go. Hey, lift. Cut.
Gone. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. 23 yards on the play. Back now in Arlington. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run. And just lost track, and it cost him.
The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal.
Super 66.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Yes, sir.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On first and 10, Prescott. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
So from Rams territory now, it's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Prescott got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Prescott on first down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Prescott now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Prescott looks to throw on first. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
We're going to 54. Wide eight.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Get out.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that's caught by Beasley. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Bailey now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield. But make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They got a man. It's Woods. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. From the 50, it's gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Smith not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Goff now looks to throw. And that one's complete to Gurley. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here we go on fourth. Goff. And that is incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get them the football back. And now here come the Cowboys. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Awesome.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
On 3rd down, that's Elliott. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And the Rams getting set to go now. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's brought down. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Goff with a kneel down here, and that should put a conclusion to this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right.
Look, I defeated my fears, soaked the towel in my